What's going on, Neon Nation, and welcome back for some more Cyberpunk 2077. Today we're fleshing out a topic I've had a lot of questions and interest about, which are the game's life paths. We'll be going over the differences between the life paths of 2077's tabletop routes, the types of life paths and their descriptions, how they'll affect you in-game, and how you can shape your life path over time as you progress in the story. If you guys are unaware of what life paths are, it's part of the character creator where you can pick out your character's back or origin story, which will represent their life up to the point of where the game starts. It is deeply rooted in Cyberpunk 2077's tabletop lineage, as life paths were one of the core elements in the tabletop character creator. Life paths have also replaced the childhood hero tab seen in the 2018 48-minute demo. Also note that whatever life path option you choose, you still won't be able to join factions or gangs, but you will be able to work with them. In Cyberpunk, we have 3 origin story options. We have the Street Kid, the Nomad, and the Corporate. Here's the description for Street Kid. They say if you want to understand the streets, you've gotta live them. Gangs, fixers, dolls, small-time pushers. You were raised by them all. Down here, the law of the jungle dictates the weak serve the strong. The only law in Night City you have yet to break. Moving on, we have the Nomad. Roaming the Badlands, looting scrapyards, and raiding fuel depots, life on the road wasn't easy. But growing up in a Nomad clan has its perks. Honesty, integrity, and a love of freedom. Qualities only a few in Night City possess, and no amount of money can buy. Finally, we have the Corporate. Few leave the corporate world with their lives, few are still with their souls intact. You've been there, you've bent the rules, exploited the secrets and weaponized information. There's no such thing as a fair game, only winners and losers. Now, what effect will life paths have in the game? There are a few, so let's just go over and discuss them. First off, your life path choice will unlock unique dialogue options with groups and factions aligned with your origins. By picking a specific life path, you'll be able to unlock different dialogue options at key moments. Paul Sasko has hinted at Meredith Stout, offering you more options, potentially romantic ones if you have followed the corporate origin story, assuming you're still aligned with the corpos based off of your choices. This brings me to my next point, where your life path is not set in stone and will ebb and flow with your in-game choices. If you're a street kid aligning with gangs and disenfranchised factions in Night City, you can choose to betray them in favor of your corporate overlords as you progress. Each life path will start in a different starting location in Night City, and you'll also be at a different place in life overall. For each of the life paths, you will have a different introductory questline, as well as equipment which will be strongly connected to your specific origin story. As you progress, you'll be introduced to the Chip and Johnny, although it hasn't been mentioned if that will be in a different way for each life path. Life paths will stretch the entirety of the game, and additionally, you'll be able to unlock specific side quests based off of these choices. Although there is only one apartment in the game for the player, each apartment will look different based on what life path you choose, and it will also change over the course of the game. Going back to the source material of Cyberpunk 2020, let's also talk a little bit about the origins of these roles and classes. The source material has 9 distinct character roles. This includes the Rocker Boy, the Media, the Cop, the Fixer, the Corporate, the Nomad, the Solo, the Netrunner, and the Techie. Now the Solo, Netrunner, and Techie are going to be featured in CD Projekt Red's hybrid class system. These will be the physical, technical, and hacking skills we can spec into versus the more narrative-sensitive choices of something like a Corporate and Nomad. Notice how Street Kid is not one of these original roles, but the closest thing within these roles would be the rebellious Rocker Boy, a class that, like the Street Kid, would likely align more with the streets than with the corpos. Maybe in DLC and expansions we'll get more life path options that will include the Media, Cop, and Rocker Boy, but for now only NPCs can be categorized as these roles. There you guys have it, there's your primer into life paths. As always, thank you guys for watching. Tune in on Sunday for the Cyberpunk 2077 community podcast. It will be hosted on my channel this week, so I will see you guys on Sunday.